Hey, Bad Girl Mystic here. Happy Magic Monday. I think I have found a win-win with this camera stand that I have that y'all know I've been struggling with. Um, so anywho, Magic Monday. So if you don't know who I am, I do a vlog about healing trauma for specifically for women because I'm not a dude. I don't have a dick. I don't know what it's like to be a guy. And how I heal the nervous system with coloring, specifically focusing with a whole body um, chakra approach, using the chakra system to look at our shadows and connect what we're feeling emotionally to where our body and on our nervous system we are carrying the muscle tension of that emotion. This is what works for me, so I share it with you guys. Um, and I use the Coloring Book of Shadows by Amy Cesare. Gosh, I hope I got her name right. And this is the Magical Planner of 2020. And I like using these, and I talk about how I use these in other videos. What I want to talk about today, sorry guys, I want to go deeper with the chakra stuff because I look at who's watching these on a regular basis, and I know that from following you and your accounts that you guys are pretty freaking like deep. And so what I want to talk about is connecting the root chakra with, sometimes I can't color and talk, connecting the root chakra with the eighth chakra and why that's important, especially for women, to rebuild that intuitive centered power, and connected emotionally and to your focus and to what you're physically feeling. By the way, these are the gel pens that I'm working with that I got off of Amazon. It's blurry. There you go. So, as a woman, it's like you go through all this shit, all this fucked up shit's happening to you. You find out this fucked up shit's happening to you. You get a language and a diagnosis, and you're told, okay, this is how to deal with it. And you follow the directions and you deal with it. And some people are supportive and some people are dicks. And you still have to go on and figure out your life. This is your choices. These are the therapies that are recommended. And in the midst of all of that, you start to burn out and your body starts showing the wear and tear from living with trauma for so long, especially sexual trauma. Because if you have experienced sexual trauma as a woman, chances are you came from some belief systems that used to surround sexual trauma. That was, if you were in Fight Club, you don't talk about Fight Club, period. That was it. There was nothing you could do about it. And then it started to be like, okay, you can go to therapy and you can talk about it in therapy and you can identify it and you can talk to the people that are around it and you can try to get justice in this ridiculous fucking archaic criminal system that we have in regards to sexual trauma. Or you can suck it up, buttercup, and just be in chronic pain and chronic fatigue and chronic illness and chronic anger and chronic anxiety because you've just run out of options. And some things work a little bit, but nothing really works altogether. So why I talk about the root chakra and the eighth chakra. So for my witches and yogis, and for people who are just getting into this first time, in Eastern medicine and Eastern philosophies, they looked at the whole body. They looked at it as one unit, the mind, the body, and the spirit all moving together. And as women, there's so much disconnect from sexual trauma that it actually just heightens the importance of working with systems that are going to reconnect you. So my training, my background's in somatic body work and talking to people and working with them, and I have holistic training. And it was like reintegrating the person, reintegrating all the parts, taking responsibility for your fuel and how you move through the world and who you interact with and how you spend your time and how you move your body and what you put on your body. And this was a huge game changer for me because I was so used to coming from the philosophy. And like I said, I got bad intel. I love my parents. They're good people, but there was a lot of shit that went down that really was just fucking horrible. And there was no one to talk about it. It was all stuffed down. And for me, like, yoga was this first thing that was, hey, there's a way to breathe and move and be in your body that's more in sync than this driven, fast-paced type A behavior that I was running at. And for myself, especially because I was constantly ignoring the needs of my body, I was also very accident prone and always bumping into shit and hurting myself. And on top of already the physical trauma I had experienced from the hands of other people and car accidents and things like this. So when I talk about connecting with the eighth chakra is what's called the emotional body that surrounds you. And science has proven that our heart can fill a football field away, a healthy heart, a heart that is open to receiving and giving because you're clear in your values and your boundaries of what you want in your environment. Also what's known as an aura. And we, especially as women, our nervous systems, our hormones, that we're extremely fine-tuned. We have this high octane fuel to constantly monitor the environment for the safety of others, because our main biological drive is connection. And that's to different degrees in all women and men, but for women especially. Men, it's progress. So as women, we've been living in a masculine society, the main focus is on progress, being strong, progress. How many weights did you lift? How much money do you make? How far did you go? How much did you get done? And it's this overdrive, this overdriven masculinity that leads to this tightness within women. Not only is it demanded upon us to look tight physically, and all the exercises we're taught to pull in and tighten the core. The problem is when we have a tight core, we interrupt our natural feminine flow. We tighten up the joints. We create congestion and scar tissue at the joints. And the joints are exit and entrance points for kinetic energy. So bringing that back to the root chakra, and the root chakra is about survival. And right now, February in bulk and all the way March 21st for my witches, root chakra is in sync right now with the season. This is our natural cycle. So putting some attention into our foundation, looking at not only what is in our environment, not only what we're bringing into ourselves, into our environment visually, through what we're tasting, what we're smelling, what we're hearing, what we're feeling. And then taking it down to that shadows of age 0 to 7, what experiences and beliefs that we have that are still affecting us, that are still throwing off our game. What's still fucking with us? Where is that, the weight of those secrets weighing you down? Where is the grief and the sadness? And so by working with color that's been proven scientifically, which has been worked with for the beginning of time medicinally, is that color evokes emotion because it vibrates at a certain level that stimulates our hormones. And when we combine that with music, especially find yourself like a great sad playlist music on Spotify, you give yourself the space to let whatever comes up to the surface. And it's then you're connecting, you're creating that complete feminine circular flow. You're balancing your masculine and female from your root chakra to your eighth chakra, because you are in a place of safety and clarity where you can see what no longer is of value or relevant to who you are today. Mwah. Peace out.